And we are live. Today we're talking about the FDA's removal of the black box warning on estrogen. And first of all, the question is, was it warranted? Was the black box warning ever warranted? And in my clinical experience and in my experience and with my research background, no, it was never warranted. It was never warranted. And so let's talk about those things today. You may have questions. I've received so many questions through my social media channels, through my emails, and my audience and my groups, my live groups, from my Magic Menopause group to my Girlfriend Doctor Club group, and in my community group. So and in my clinic, my patients asking, okay, what does this mean for you? What does this mean for you? And so I want to talk about that today. So I'm going to address there's 5 key questions that people have asked. First of all, I'm Dr. Anna Cabeca. I'm a triple board certified gynecologist and obstetrician. I trained at Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia, where I did my gynecology and obstetrics fellowship residency program. And then I went on to additional studies in functional medicine, bioidentical hormones, sexual medicine, and integrative medicine, and anti-aging and regenerative medicine. But I mostly have been on this journey through my own experiences and so much learned personally as well as professionally too. How to figure out stuff for me and my family. And, there is that saying that your mess becomes your message. And that is certainly true for me. And it's why I'm on this journey, why I'm here today live to talk to you about this change, which opens an opportunity, which is really an opportunity for awareness. And we also have the opportunity to look at, honestly, how did this happen to begin with? How was that black box warning ever put there to begin with when there are physicians like myself who never stopped prescribing hormonal therapy, estrogen hormonal therapy, bioidentical hormonal therapy, in spite of the Women's Health Initiative media publication findings, right? Like the hype, despite the hype. And it's so important that we trust ourselves, trust the people that we rely on in our, to take care of us, our physicians, our doctors, our healthcare team. We don't just need, it's too much for one person. Ultimately, we are the CEO and we have a round table of advisors, and that should include a health coach, a nutritionist, a pelvic floor physical therapist, a hormone specialist, a naturopathic doctor, a functional doctor. I mean, so many other aspects, so many aspects. So please let me know if you have any specific questions. Let me go into the key 5 questions I want to talk about today. First of all, number 1, what does the removal of the black box warning on estrogen mean for women considering hormone replacement therapy? Does that sound good to you? Put a Y in the chat and I will definitely address that one, or number 1. And the second question I've been asked a lot is, how does estrogen replacement therapy benefit women in menopause, and when should we start it? Pre-menopause. So if you're interested in that question, put number 2 in the comments. And the third question that I've been asked a lot, what are the associated risks of estrogen therapy, and how can they be minimized? Right? So not all forms of estrogen are created equal. That is very true. It seems almost ridiculous to say, but it is very, very true. We have to specify not all forms of estrogen are created equal. And to clarify, what are the risks associated with estrogen therapy? So if that interests you, put number 3 in the comments. The fourth is, what is the role of progesterone in hormone replacement therapy? What is the role of progesterone in hormone replacement therapy? So be addressing this topic as well. So what is the role? Question number 4 is, so if you're interested in this, what is the role of progesterone in hormone replacement therapy? Put number 4 below. And number 5, the 5th question I'm going to address today is, how does an integrative approach enhance the benefits of hormone therapy? This is about combining East meets West approach. I am a lifelong learner. I have traveled around the world learning. And so if this topic interests you, an integrative medical approach, an integrative approach to enhancing the benefits of hormone therapy. If that interests you, put number 5 in the comments below. And so I'll see what area. So let me review those. What does the removal of the number 1, what does the removal of the black box warning on estrogen mean for women considering hormone replacement therapy? Number 2, how does estrogen replacement therapy benefit women during menopause? Number 3, are there risks associated with estrogen therapy and how can they be minimized? Number 4, what is the role of progesterone? Literally one of my favorite hormones. And what is the role of progesterone in hormone replacement therapy? Number 5, how does an integrative approach enhance the benefits of hormone therapy? So these are the common questions I've been asked. And so let me see, put in the comments which one you want to hear about first. So Donna said 3, 4, and 5. Okay, I will go through these questions too first. And so GoldenEye said 1, 3, and 4. Okay, great. So, and then GoldenEye also wrote, can a 70-year-old start estrogen for health benefits? And that is a great question. And you get asked this question. And would you ask this about starting insulin? Would you ask this about starting thyroid hormone, right? We do not, because we know there's no age limit on thyroid health, on blood sugar health. Why is there an age limit on estrogen? I actually would say, in my experience, can a 70-year-old start estrogen for health benefits? Absolutely. In the right circumstances, absolutely, and the right way. And so that'll lead us into answering more on the safe ways, right? Question number 3 again, what's the safe way? So GoldenEyes, I have clients in their 70s and 80s on hormonal therapies, and you can definitely start, I would say, safely a topical estrogen therapy. Now, I am a doctor. I am not your doctor. Everyone has to go through their physician. Your unique care, that's critical, right? Your unique care is, your unique medical history is unique to you. So make sure you're discussing this with a physician. But the most important thing, you become empowered. But when we look at limitations of hormonal therapy based on age, if it doesn't make sense to me. Do we limit men's testosterone based on age? Hey, do we limit Viagra based on age? Oh my gosh, that's it's like exponential increase based on age. So you hear me, you hear what I'm saying here, right? So again, there is a safe way. Let me answer number 3 first, because that question got the most votes here. Number 3 got the most votes. So again, let me address this. So the question that GoldenEyes asked was, can a 70-year-old safely be started on hormonal therapy? And my response is, do we stop therapies based on someone's age? Do we, restrict insulin or thyroid medication based on someone's age? So let me go into now the question number 3, which was, are there risks associated with estrogen therapy and how can they be minimized? So today I'm Dr. Anna Cabeca. I'm talking about hormonal therapy given in the light of the FDA removing the black box warning on estrogen. In my opinion, it was never warranted. Okay, so the risk associated with estrogen therapy and how can they be minimized? First of all, not all estrogens are created equal. There are many different forms that are available to us through pharma and compounding pharmacies and in nature itself. So if we think about, okay, what are some of the research data that we have? When we looked at the Women's Health Initiative study, it was studied with Premarin, which is from pregnant mare's urine, and it is a combination of over 30 estrogens that we know of, and including estrone, estradiol, estriol within that combination. So pregnant mare's urine, Premarin, and this is an oral form of estrogen that was given in the study. Premarin is also made into a vaginal form, a vaginal gel or cream that can be used, Premarin vaginal cream, and can be used vaginally. And it can be very, very safe used vaginally as well. So oral estrogens have risk. And as an integrative medical provider, I I'm always hesitant to prescribe oral estrogen. I prefer transdermal, vaginal creams, injections, gels, different modalities instead of oral estrogen, because oral estrogen is associated with more of a negative cardiovascular profile and an increase in inflammatory markers, including the HS, highly sensitive C-reactive protein, HSC reactive protein. And when I'm using hormonal therapy, I typically use estradiol, which is a potent form of estrogen, and oftentimes combined with estriol, and typically in a cream, or estradiol specifically in a bioidentical patch that's available at your corner drugstore. So those are safe ways to use estrogen, definitely post-menopause. In the case of our golden eyes, a 70-year-old topically would typically start with maybe a biased compounding cream versus a very low patch or a vaginal estrogen formula. Prefer vaginal estradiol to any of the combinations, but also look at what is in that standard prescription formula. So when I'm compounding a formula for clients, I am very cognizant of hormone disruptors. And so many of the commercially available vaginal estrogens do have hormone disruptors, parabens, for instance, in them. So my clients typically will prefer a cleaner compounded formula. So sharing that with you here as you have options, So Donna said, I love that analogy. And Goldeneye said, so appreciate your views. You're very welcome. And appreciate your questions. So if there are any other questions, drop them below and go ahead and answer question number 1, which was what does the removal of the black box warning on estrogen mean for women considering hormone replacement therapy? I think the first thing it means that physicians will feel safer prescribing hormonal therapy and be more open to education in hormonal therapy, to have more education in prescribing hormonal therapy. So I think this is really powerful. This change really reflects growing evidence that estrogen, specifically and particularly when used appropriately, does not increase breast cancer risk. And that was the big fear that led to the application of the black box warning. But estrogen alone arm did not increase the risk of breast cancer, and really never has. So we want to look at that specifically. We're recognizing the synthetic progestin was the culprit in that scenario. So this can increase and decrease the hesitancy of women choosing to supplement with hormones. Again, it takes more. My whole platform is that it takes more than hormones to fix your hormones. And that is so true. I mean, lifestyle, medicine, et cetera. I'm thinking I have my books here, The Hormone Fix, Keto Green 16, Menopause. I've written these books with medicinal menus and lifestyle hacks and biohacks and strategies to really empower you, because it takes more than hormones to fix your hormones. But there's benefit, like there's benefit for thyroid hormone. When we need it, we need insulin. These are bioidentical hormones that the body needs that are not age limited, right? And the second question that I want to address is how estrogen replacement therapy benefits women during menopause. And we see that the research is becoming very clear that we know it supports the reduction of the menopausal symptoms associated with the genitourinary symptoms of menopause. So the bladder irritability, the vaginal dryness, the discomfort, also the mood symptoms, the mood swings. I always say, are you hormonal or bipolar, right? The mood swing issues. So estrogen therapy can help. I always do progesterone first, bioidentical progesterone first, typically topically. And estrogen therapy also helps with hot flashes if that is the reason for the hot flashes. Insulin resistance can be another reason. So we want to pay attention. But for cognitive function and brain health, this is another area where hormonal therapy, estrogen therapy can make a really big difference. So, and I already answered question number 3, which were, are there risks associated with estrogen therapy? and how they can be minimized. Definitely transdermal, and it takes more than hormones to fix your hormones. So I always say we address the devil's pitchfork, which is inflammation, hormone imbalance, and adrenal dysfunction or adrenal dysregulation. So we do that in my world. I call it the keto green approach. And on that note, hey, you guys, just drop the words holiday recipes, and we'll give you some good holiday recipes, medicinal, hormone balancing, very healthy, delicious holiday recipes. We'll send you the download for these amazing recipes so you don't crash and burn during the holidays. Even a gluten-free gravy, that's delicious. So if you want this recipe, just comment holiday recipes in your comments, and my team will send that link to you so you can get the recipes. Anyway, so food is medicine, and it takes more than hormones to fix our hormones. So always addressing the lifestyle issue. The fourth question I get very, very often is, what is the role of progesterone in hormone replacement therapy? And this is so key. I usually have a graph here with me that shows the change in progesterone over time, the way progesterone really fluctuates over time, and how that so affects us, right? The progesterone decline of 75% from age 35 to 40, of course, we're going to feel something, right? Progesterone declines 75% from age 35 to 50. So yes, we're going to feel that. We're going to feel that in perimenopause. And it really starts to decline in our early 30s, and supporting our adrenal glands, supporting our ovarian function is key. It's absolutely key. So I use my balance cream. We have my balance cream. It has progesterone and pregnenolone with skin rejuvenating peptides, tripeptides in there. And using that topically can really help with balancing our hormones, regulating our cycle, helping with sleep and brain health with the therapeutic lifestyle changes that are just so necessary to make as we age to keep us in the game, right? Like I'm in my 60th year around the sun, and I'm like, okay, we just have to step it up just that much more. I only use bioidentical progesterone pretty much in my practice, bioidentical progesterone and pregnenolone, with or without a uterus. So that's important role. Estrogen is proliferative, and progesterone is really like the organizing hormone. And it is necessary for healthy brain function, neurologic function, mood, memory, bone health, breast health. Progesterone has so many benefits in our body. So with or without a uterus, the benefits are clear. You can definitely read stories of women who have been using my balance cream at dranna.com, DRANNA.com. So easy to find my stuff, or link in bio. But just to see if this is something that would support you. Again, food is medicine, lifestyle is key. My keto green method is important. Okay, the fifth question was, how does an integrative approach enhance the benefits of hormone therapy? So again, it takes more than hormones to fix our hormones. And combining hormone therapy with lifestyle interventions like nutrition, stress management, or increasing oxytocin, and movement activities maximizes health benefits and minimizes risks. Now, the key thing here is empowering oxytocin, the anti-aging hormone, right? The benevolent hormone, the hormone of resilience. Oxytocin is that hormone of love, laughter, and connection. It's the most alkalinizing hormone in our body. It is game-changing. I really began studying oxytocin, certainly as an obstetrician. We inject Pitocin to speed up your labor. And so Pitocin is oxytocin. But that understanding oxytocin really came from my own journey with depression and PTSD, and my journey around the world, really witnessing other cultures that have undergone significant trauma and stress, and the strategies they've incorporated to stay together in relationship and to coexist and continue all our oxytocin increasing strategies. So I incorporate this East meets West approach and an integrative medical approach. And I think we can't take care of women's health without an integrative approach. It absolutely has to have an integrative approach. So that's my quick update on the FDA statement of removing the black box warning. In my practice, my patients with informed consent continued their hormone therapy. And so now with, many decades of experience, I think it's really important that we keep bringing this to light and see, okay, what hormones am I able to use beyond estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, DHEA? What lifestyle strategies really benefit me? We're asking these questions. We want to put it all together because it's never just simple. And my gift for you guys today is the holiday recipes guide. So it has some amazing recipes in here. My my dad's cooking turkey in a brown paper bag. Has anyone ever done that? Retains the juices. We don't want to, it's all a low carb Thanksgiving dinner. Yes, it can. You really can have a low carb Thanksgiving dinner. Gluten-free gravy. My daughter printed this out for me. So this is in a download. If you just comment holiday recipes, we'll get that message to you. We'll give you the link to it. It should be at dranna.com/holiday recipes. Actually, let me put that in the comments here. dranna.com/holiday recipes. So I'll put that link here and you'll be able to get that quickly. But keto green bean casserole, you gotta love that. But wait to the back of the recipe book, my pumpkin smoothie with my keto alkaline shake mix in there, salted banana coconut cream pie. Oh my gosh. So many good things. My chocolate avocado mousse. It looks and tastes delicious, and it's less than 10 grams carbs. So these great recipes in here, gluten-free chocolate chip cookies. I'm making those with my granddaughter later today. So want you guys to have those recipes. So at dranna.com/holiday recipes, you can get those recipes. And if you have any questions, I'm here for you. So comment below this video today. Thank you guys for being here.